Can you see me? Can y'all hear me? Hold on, y'all. They're trying to be on some BS right now. They know what I came here for, man. Come and get me, baby. Come and get me, baby. Six Paths Dice here. Mr. Lane, if you need me, how y'all doing out there? Hope y'all good, man. If your first time at the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Shout out to the people who joined the channel today. Listen, faith of a goddamn mustard seed. Let me tell you. How's your faith? What's your relationship with your faith? What do you put your belief in? Do you feel as though you put your belief into positive things? I'm watching you. I'm watching you. I'm fully engaged. And you know who's not fully engaged? This new season of these love during lockup contestants. I'm gonna have to watch them. I think it might be only one black couple. I might be wrong. But you know, I always get to the black couples first. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna stop. I believe her name is Tia. I feel like Tia, big girl name. I feel like mad big girl's name be Tia, son that sound like Tia. I could be tripping. But anyway, fair use. So we reacted to this couple a little bit in the previous episode, one of my last shows and whatnot. And what I was talking about was the kind of relationships that plus size women actually have. So I actually see a lot of plus size girls on the show. A lot of girls are either plus size or not really in shape. You know what I'm saying? You really don't really see, like, especially like the black women. You don't see black women on here that's in like real good shape, and they're the ones on the outside waiting and so on and so forth. But I also talked about the masculine nature of a lot of plus size women. Because most women that have size to them, they're more likely to get physical with you. They're more likely to kind of like threaten you. They're more likely to kind of feel like they don't need to listen to you. They're more likely to always feel as though they could challenge you, like a man. Kind of like if you were in a relationship with a man and get telling this man what to do. So listen, he's a man, so understandably, he's not going to just do whatever you say. You're going to have to explain shit. You know what I mean? You're going to have to communicate with him a certain kind of way, and that's very much what it's like dealing with a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's plus size. You know what I mean? And don't let her be plus size and tall. Oh man, nigga, listen, bro. She think you a bitch. She gonna always be handling you like she think you a chump. All right, and she has the heart of a lion. It don't matter how many times you prove, yo, I ain't no punk. Every single time, you know what I mean? Like the heart of King David. You understand me? The heart of King David. Same resolve. So this next scene we have here, this is Tia. I hope I'm not getting her name wrong, but this is the young lady's reaction to her guy. So her guy's on the inside. I believe his name is Rob. He's on the inside, right? He's coming home. So they were going over like their plans and whatnot. So he's talking about basically going to go be around outside with some strippers. I don't really know what the setting is. And again, I don't think that he understands where the economy is at. Brother, you gonna need that money for eggs. You understand? Yeah, bro, you gonna need that money for eggs. You gonna need that money for gas. If y'all got money to be going to the strip club, listen, this is the worst time to be putting your money into any holes. You can't put your brand to no holes right now. All right. If anything, you need to be praying more often. To pray for rain. You understand? So, anywho, the original plan, according to her, was that when he come home, they supposed to be getting it popping. You know what I'm saying? Getting it popping. All you want to hear is supposed to be a whole lot of donations around the house, right? So naturally, it makes all the sense in the world for her to say, damn, having a hard time, or I feel conflicted, or whatever the hell I'm thinking. So naturally, I'm going to call another plus size woman who plays with, like, who basically has, only thing she has over me is this deck of cards. And the fact that she seems to know what these cards mean more than me. And it doesn't cross your mind that, what if you just get your own cards and you don't pay her $50? Listen, the economy got y'all doing witchcraft. It is so many more tarot card readers than ever before. Ain't none of y'all ever thought that y'all could read tarot cards growing up. You know, see, I wasn't you. That's not you. It's not. But anyway, fair use. Don't be hating. All Black Network. I'm gonna play it like this because I don't want them hating on me.
Right before here, me and Rob were on the phone. Hey,
I'll bring it back. 45 days into the release.
So peaceful.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, they're a couple. That's why she there. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay.
Well, you already know the drill, baby.
You got a little cake back there. Yo, I feel like these is all big girl outfits though. You know what I'm saying? That whole jacket. You ever notice that like you don't see a woman that's in shape with outfits that had to have a jacket like that. It's always like something to cover their arms and shit. And it's like, I don't know.
More.
Oh, hey. No, I'm lying. You may see a woman that's in shape, like wear because it doesn't seem like an outfit that's supposed to have a jacket to it. You know what I'm saying? Or a jacket top. It's always something. You know what I mean? But maybe if you got kids, it's better. You know what I mean? I got it right. Tia and Rob.
You gotta fold your leg like mine.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I can do that.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started.
My cousin Toya is my favorite cousin.
All right, so this is her cousin. So off rip, we got one of the first relationships that contributes to her lack of success in relationships. Whoever this cousin is, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I need you to understand. If you or anyone you know has a family member or friend that when you get with them, they do witchcraft, especially reading palms and reading tarot cards and shit. And that was not free. She got a cash app. She got to hit up her cash app. She want at least $50 for her to go through this deck of cards. Imagine what else. She definitely saw Mary Kay before. She's done all the Keisha hustles. You know what I'm saying? That woman probably has been in your apartment building, knocking on doors, talking about alternative energy. All right. Whatever, y'all. Y'all don't care. I love that. I love too much. I care too much. That's my only problem.
She does tarot, and she's a medium, so she speaks to people who have passed over. She introduced me and Rob. Like, I love her so.
She introduced you to Rob. She introduced you to a dude in jail. What the fuck? Like, bro, what is this? I couldn't imagine having a family member who loves me and they want me to get with a woman that's in jail. Hold on, man. Hold on. You know what?
You think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
They want me in the bricks, bro. I realize it now. I realize that's what it is. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. I had to handle some stuff on my phone. But back to what I was saying. Whoever this cousin is, already a villain. Already, she is sabotaging. So basically, she's been sabotaging you. She has been playing you like a fiddle. You are her main. You know what? You might be her main source of entertainment. She may be getting entertained by the idea of knowing she can get you to do anything. Definitely sold you some Herbalife before. I'm not beat. You can't trick daddy. Fair use.
So much.
You have any questions?
Yes.
What's the first one?
Okay, so basically, like right before here, me and Rob were on the phone, right? And we were talking about like when he comes out, what we're gonna do. He was like, okay, I want my family there the first day, and then the second day he gonna have strippers. Strippers though, bro? Like, what is wrong with you?
Oh man.
All right, Holy Spirit.
So what and I want to understand. So with that being the case, right? What can a person with tarot cards do? Like what do you? And this is a great example of women seeking out stimulation. Like women are driven towards experiences because of the anticipated stimulation. All right, so she's not really coming there to solve any problems. She likes to go through the process of being around my cousin and her stud, girlfriend, and basically talking. I think she really is there just to talk, but her cousin is about that bag by any means. Her cousin definitely sold you. So she'll sell you a Kirby. She one of the people that actually sold the Vector knife. She got past the first meeting. She kept going. She was Knife Salesman of the Year back in 2009. 2009 was a really good year.
Can we ask to let Tia see how Rob sees her? The Ten of Cups as his happiness, his love, his joy,
That's right.
his family,
That's right.
his peace, right? He plans on going full force. He's not going to let anything stop him in a relationship.
How do you get that from that? Like how do you get that? So how do you get that? How do you get that from that card? Not only that, like are you saying that because she asked that question, that's why you were able to draw? Like I didn't need to know what is the rhyme or reason to this shit. You notice that you know one thing you notice? You never see a man go into a tarot card reading. You'll see a man down by the river before you see a nigga getting a tarot card reading. Like, bro, should actually work, Ken. I got so many questions. It's my only problem.
Oh, baby.
I know, right? Getting some more messages. Okay.
Not her dropping the card. So like, wouldn't that like change the whole course of everything if she drops the card? Not only that, like y'all doing this shit outside. This seems dangerous. Listen, one gust of wind and she'll blow it. Listen, I F the whole reading up.
Heal.
Is that the card from the ground? I tell no, don't read no card for me that's off the ground.
It has to be a conscious effort to continue to do that. Oh, God, I don't have any tissue.
Why y'all all crying?
Just don't go back there. You have a lot of happiness here.
In the past, I have been in an abusive relationship. It got really bad to the point where I ended up breaking bones. One day I said, I gotta go. I gotta try, or
So everything happens as it should.
What was that? What the hell was that? Do y'all realize that no one has told the story yet? No one has talked about nothing yet. It has just been descriptions of things that should be important. I was in an abusive relationship to the point where I broke bones. So you broke your own foot. I'm sorry you broke your foot, but you saying you broke your... What happened? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I feel as though, because you was in an abusive relationship, you should just tell me all the details. But when people talk about something that's like that serious, they usually kind of go over like the life-changing event or what basically a thing that happened. Pay attention when people what she's really doing is feng shui. She's put you in a position where you can't really check her because she's assuming victimhood. Whatever happened there, and it's something that has to stop. Because you had a issue in the past or a bad experience, doesn't mean you have to become that bad experience and tell people at inappropriate times about your bad experience. And again, during this tarot card reading, she's not talking about anything specific. She picks up one card and says, he loves you, he's coming home, and nothing's going to stop him from doing his best. From a card, I mean, like you could call this nigga. You know, I could figure out most of this stuff by just calling this nigga. Like if I called him right now, I'll be able to tell you way more than she could tell you. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, let me tell you something. It's either one or two things happening with old boy in this scenario. Either he has not thought this through. I want to know if he thinks she gonna pay for it. Let me tell you something. Big girls will do that. One of my first experiences of a girl pushing up on me was a big girl, which is you don't want to have them kind of experiences before you have experiences where you are more in control, where you like the girl. I think it's a very healthy thing for a young man to like a girl and just strike up conversation. Just start talking to her. Or you're not going to get them all. You know what I'm saying? But at least feeling like, yo, I like you. You know what I'm saying? Or I like that. You know, and just flirting, having a good time and flirting. If I'm going no further than that, all right, cool. But at least you're able to act when you see what you want. You know what I'm saying? But when you meet women like, say, her, right, she's going to try to do everything. But what's going to happen is, sometimes it's okay. Like for guys who need a lot of help, or who need to be with you to get into a car, who need to be with you to be able to afford not to live in their mother house, live with grandma. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody been there. I've been there. I understand. I get it. It's just that you gotta just move on from that shit, man. Can't keep living in a room, being happy with a room, man. Listen, I get tired. Yo, my bathroom is so far away. I get tired just thinking about walking over there while being in an apartment. Even like this shit is like the second floor of a house. To be honest with you, it's mad room in here. And I said to say that, yo, nothing's more valuable than having your own space, especially for men. I think that's more for like women. I'm like, I don't care if you gotta live in a room, maybe not a room, but even you gotta go to the studio, bro. Get in your own spot, get in your own space. That's the only way you're gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I know I went off on a tangent, but anyway, so going back to that first experience I had when I was like in 5th, 6th grade. It was like my first day. I never forget this girl, and like, you know, she basically was pushing up on me. She even dressed kind of like masculine back then too. You know what I'm saying? She was a big girl, and again, women who are not that attractive, especially plus size, like, you know, girls who are real, who like, you know, like not that attractive and big. A lot of times they develop tactics for how they meet people and get guys. And I remember now I remember how inappropriate the interaction was. She's like, yeah, you know, I think she was asking me to be her boyfriend. Then she said, yeah, you know, I get my boyfriend's gifts. She was talking about like buying me shit. And you know, and she ain't gonna lie, she was really putting me into like a whole into like kind of a like, now I realize it was a sub position. You know what I'm saying? And yo, like I always say, it's one thing for your girl to support you in what you're doing. That's what's up. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's something totally different when you are completely dependent on a woman for something that you can get for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you will always pay. You will always pay for trying to come up or ride the coattails of a woman. Because for one, The biggest issue is you not teaching yourself how to fish, and then getting to a point where you don't want to learn how to fish. So, and in so many words, meaning that you don't want to know how to do things for yourself. Like old boy is getting out. If he not running a hustle, because a lot of times, listen, niggas be hustling. That dude in shape. He's a good looking guy. He may have a lot of money coming in, bro. A lot of bread coming in because he in that prison all day long, so he can easily have four or five girlfriends, and they'll never know each other unless they're in the same circle of friends. They'll never know each other. You feel me? So, anywho, let's get back to this stupid tarot card reading. It's freaking stupid.
You were supposed to go through everything you went through, even though it was hard, that it hurt, that your heart was broken. It's so you could be here right now. So I want those tears to turn into happy tears eventually. I know they will.
And something else I'm gonna point out to you too is that, yo, I know it's on every season. You always get to see how emotional play. Also, plus size girls are more emotional. They stay in an emotional state. It's saying we're like, yo, like most fat dudes got a shitty attitude, and that shitty attitude comes from that dirty microbiome. You know what I mean? I know I've been fat my whole life. You know what I mean, I always been fine though, but always been fat. You know what I'm saying? But I know what it is. I know like how you mentally get there, and I'm like, I was way heavier than this. So I don't know. So your boy gotta lose. I thought I'd be down to that weight by now, but I just F that all up. But your boy got get down to about 235 to be happy and have real happiness in my life. You feel me? But anywho, yeah, I remember. Let's give you an example, right? I remember it was a girl that I used to know. You know what I'm saying? I met her on Instagram, right? And we used to talk, and she actually wanted to come in to see me. And at the time, I was still kind of coming out of just kind of learning like what it means to be around someone who acts normal. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I started kind of noticing certain signals when it comes to like just certain things that people have going on, or how people handle things and whatnot. But like, but there is like a correlation between like your level of stability and your mental health. You know what I mean? And I remember when she came to visit and whatnot, right? Again, she's like one of those girls that was super duper liberal, like definitely somebody who's like not talking to family members right now because of the election type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, she definitely has probably mentioned wanting to be in the 4B movement, but it will always be this thing of like, for one, always challenging me and always challenging what I think a good relationship is, and all constant. And again, there just wasn't really any trust there. You know what I mean? And at hindsight, I realize now that, you know, she wasn't going to be able to mesh well with any kind of structure, because a part of being like very good, because she was really big. You know what I mean? She was a really pretty girl, but she was really big. And that was at a time where I thought that I could build a baddie, where I thought that, all right, well, damn, yo, I mean, I know she like mad big now, but if she lost X amount of pounds, I wasn't even looking for her to lose no significant amount of weight. But this is like a big girl. Not only that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that was way too comfortable being that big. You know what I mean? Like she really wanted to be a bad bitch. You know what I mean? But anywho, going to the emotional thing, right? I remember the first night we spent together, after we did it the first time, she actually cried after that. And I remember her saying, I just know it. I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to mess this up. And, you know, at the time, you know, I really didn't write her off. Like, I hadn't written her off at all, actually. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like, oh my God, this bitch is crazy. I really was going to like try to like, you know, have a relationship with her and really build with her and everything. But like, yo, I just was too crazy, too far gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that I could do for her, because just started kind of noticing like, yo, like you act, for one, you act unhinged. Also, you have an obsession with like control in a relationship over things you don't need to control. You know what I'm saying? Or you communicate with me in a way where as if I need your validation. Like, for example, I think it was a time where Levi was like 3 years old at the time. I was talking to him about something. And Black women have this thing where they love to see you communicate with your son or your children in a way where you're not imposing your will or not being aggressive. And they always like applaud that. Which, don't get me wrong, you should communicate with everyone like a human being. But there are times where you have to be, how can I say, you have to impose, you have to be aggressive, you have to act a certain kind of way, or else the person is not going to respect it. Right? But what it really speaks to is that you are less of a threat. You are less of someone that I need to be worried about, or someone that is going to limit my actions and my movements. And that's really why they like seeing that. But anyway, her not having any kids, which is not that you can't comment, but she was like, she basically was like going through everything that I did correctly in my communication with my son. Like, okay, being doing communication without being aggressive. Okay, kind of like basically saying like, oh my God, you're so progressive with how you deal with him and everything. And basically, rather than saying, I think you're a good dad. You know what I'm saying? Which, don't get me wrong, I don't think she meant anything negative by it. But one part of being woke and whatnot, and also she was also this is one of my first experiences with someone being around someone who's watched a bunch of content on YouTube about mental health. And of course you already know the N-word comes up, you know what I mean? And it was crazy was all the people who ever talked to me about being in a relationship with a narcissist, and according to most women, their relationship ended because the man was a narcissist. What's crazy is when you go through these definitions and the symptoms of being a narc, both the people who told me about it exhibit every freaking symptom. Yeah, you ever had narcissists tell you what a narcissist is? Anywho. And this is another reason why like women can't be leading each other, because all they ain't been hanging out for but 5 minutes and then all start crying.
After that, like I was just like, I didn't want to be in nothing for real. But I had.
Let me tell you something right now. When women say stuff like that, and they're not specific about staying to themselves, or if during that era they would stand to themselves. What she's saying is she was going through a promiscuous phase, or she was being very promiscuous. No doubt about it. No debate. You know what I'm saying? That's what she really means. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Most big girls don't be practicing or don't be celibate. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, the only time, like I've had one experience where I heard a big girl say something about being celibate. Man, listen, she never heard from me again. Cause I was like, fam, we're not playing them games, especially not with you being in your 30s. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I hit up by mistake. This is someone I hit completely by mistake because she had a similar sounding name to another girl that I was talking to. Now, mind you, your options are so slim that you are responding to a man on Telegram who says he talked to you a few years ago. That would be like someone calling me to sell me a car that I spoke to a couple of years ago, and when they called me, I'm actually still not like without a car. I still don't have a car. But how you don't have what? But anyway, we was having a whole back and forth conversation and whatnot. I didn't say anything like freaky or nothing like that, but I think I was flirting with her. Cause I'm like, yo, where I'm at in life right now, if you don't respond, listen, that's a great litmus test. If she don't flirt back, or she don't know how to, you cannot have it's really hard to have a good relationship with someone who don't know how to flirt with you or be playful with you. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, be playful while expressing attraction. The idea is that you guys are always doing foreplay. That's the idea. Is that you can always have a good time. Right? But anywho. Like I was telling y'all a story. I blanked out for a little bit. It'll come back to me.
I had to give it a chance. Everything inside of me said, just give it a chance.
My mother.
Oh, my bad. I was telling the story about old girl. So she tells me, my bad. Y'all blanked out. My bad. Yeah, it was. I didn't say anything super inappropriate. I thought I was just flirting with her, right? And so she makes the point to tell me that, yeah, because I think she had made some really awkward response and whatnot, and like I forgot what I said because she was like she was dark skinned, guys. She had pretty dark skin, so I think I said something about that, right? And like he's like, yeah, so just to let you know, I'm celibate until I get married. I'm over here like, fam. That is a sign. That is one of the ultimate signs of vagina mismanagement. Is when you went in your 30s. It's one thing to say, I'm not dating right now because I'm on a spiritual journey and whatnot. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even answer. If you know you celibate and you on the spirit, because you might as well don't speak to men at all. Nobody want to hear that shit. Especially not a man who can get women. I'm like, no, babe, I can get women. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about you celibate. You don't tell a nigga like me that you celibate. You tripping. I ain't gonna hold you. You tripping. You understand? I ain't doing that shit. Wow.
Mother-in-law has been coming to me for a couple of days now, just telling me about her son, about the relationship.
Rob's mom passed away a long time ago. I definitely feel Rob's mom's presence.
Just trying to give you some guidance and advice. And
she's telling her that she gets visits specifically from the dead mother of your boyfriend. Specifically, you cannot control. You can't control what spirits come to you. You ain't never seen a horror movie. You ain't never seen a scary movie. It ain't no specific. That joke goes as specific to you. Unless they passed away in that space you live in and whatnot, and y'all didn't bury them correctly, and they stuck in limbo. But that's not the case here. She's just her cousin is terrible. Listen, queer people be wilding. Queer people come up with the most random and messed up things to make a job. So you just scamming. She's scamming her cousin right now. Do y'all realize that? Not only that, first of all, they cousins. So she got like mad context about her. Man,
You think I have somebody I love in the bricks?
Not I. I don't have no one that I love in the bricks. Oh, y'all. Trying to move this phone over a little further so you can hear it in the mic. You feel me? Hold on. What else I got here? What I got?
They never had my back.
He told me how much he wants to say to
They
you.
never had me back. Come and get me, baby.
Come and get me, baby.
wanting you to know that she is available.
She just lied. Yo, how you gonna tell someone? Yeah, that's so messed up. That's cold. That's cold. She's saying that shit with a straight face. Yo, matter of fact, no. Look at her eyes. I'm trying to see her eyes. Look at her eyes. Actually, you know what? Maybe she is getting ready to laugh. I don't know.
The fact that me and
She getting ready to laugh too.
Robbie actually got together.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she was definitely like, no, it's time.
It means a lot to have her approval on this relationship as well.
Once he gets out, things are going to move very quickly for you guys. He's going to be home for like maybe a month, and then he's going to be ready to come and move in.
I don't know where he's technically staying when he gets out. Like,
I will tell you, I know the young lady that's going to be living there.
Now, mind you, most of these things that she's telling her, like she know, because she knows. Hold on, is that she knows him somehow? I forget how she knows, but she knows him. So Rob is also paroling. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's paroling or doing probation, but anyway, he's going to be staying with a young lady. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty interesting.
And she knows her. And
young lady?
It's a family friend.
Yo, she holding her chin.
It's not just his friend,
Yeah.
but it's like a family friend.
I
They
didn't
love
know
her.
that.
I won't be paroling with Tia. I'll be paroling to Brooklyn because it wasn't enough time for me to know if we should be living together right away. What's displayed to Tia, my whole full living situation in Brooklyn, I don't really think she'll really wholeheartedly approve of it because it's still another female gonna be present when she's not around. Tia will be upset, but like, she just don't need to know right now.
You didn't know he was. That's where he was going.
You could tell.
It's more and more things that are just not making sense to me. And I'm getting a little worried.
So are we gonna get to some type of understanding, or is it just like we just not gonna see eye to eye?
Is Rob playing me? That would really break my heart.
Communication has to stay open. It's going to be a lot for you for a while. And not even, it's crazy. I'm not even seeing it for him as much as I am for you.
Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy. And it was crazy. She got to pay for that conversation. They probably cut that joint out, but she had to pay for that conversation, man. Oh my God. So she literally didn't tell her anything. She said, keep communication. Oh, why wouldn't you be keeping communication open with someone? They're in a relationship. What are you talking about? Like, what is this shit? And this is the other shit that, yo, listen. Most of the time when women be going to tarot, like shit with tarot cards and rocks, she had rocks and shit on the table and crystals and shit on the table and whatnot, and diamonds and all that type of stuff and gems. Like, you can't do this stuff around men. Your man would never let you do this kind of stuff. But of course, the stud in the pink polo and their hair slicked back, don't go for anything. Because, you know, she don't know either. She don't know what to do. Like, she believe in that bullshit too. Listen, let me tell you something. She taking care of that stud, all right? Because that stud was not vocal. I don't think that stud said one word. When before they got on camera, she said, listen, like I need you to zip it. Like, she seemed like she be telling that stud in the pink polo, I need you to zip it. Zip it.